P.G. Wodehouse by Francis Donaldson. An Introduction. The Master. Hilaire Belloc is usually given the credit for being the first person to draw attention to the excellencies of P.G. Wodehouse's fiction, and he did it in extreme terms. In a broadcast to America in the middle 30s, he said that Wodehouse was the best writer of our time, the best living writer of English, and the head of my profession. Belloc's habit was to express his opinions with provocative strength, but his example has been followed by almost everyone who has praised Wodehouse, not merely in critical but also in academic circles, particularly at Oxford. He has been compared to Swift, to Rabelais, to the Restoration dramatists, even to Shakespeare, and among his contemporaries to Max Beerbohm. The extravagance of the praise given to Wodehouse has tended to baffle the general reader. In 1939, Hilaire Belloc wrote in an introduction to Weekend Wodehouse that he'd received many letters from people who, puzzled by what he'd said in his broadcast, wished to know exactly what he meant. And in spite of all that has been written since, this bewilderment is still widely felt. Occasionally it provokes a small rebellion. Someone sitting next to me at dinner put it in the following way. He said that he'd been at Oxford as an undergraduate at the time when that university made Wodehouse a Doctor of Letters, and he regarded the whole thing as simply a game played by the Dons. They enjoyed reading Wodehouse, he said, and it allowed them to do so without loss of face. I put this point of view to two distinguished Oxford Dons of my acquaintance. "It is true that it is half affectation," the first replied, adding on reflection, "but only half." The second, whom I already knew to be an admirer of Wodehouse, agreed to some extent with this opinion, and said that knowledge and appreciation of Wodehouse's novels had the further advantage of allowing the Dons to appear human in conversation with undergraduates. But neither had any doubt that their attitude, if affected, was securely based. As an illustration of this, I quote from a letter I received from Mr. Patrick Wilkinson. "Sir Frank Adcock used to tell how once at a faculty board meeting here he quoted anonymously from Wodehouse. A. E. Houseman passed him a note. 'Will you please tell me the name of the man you are quoting?' And the notes continued, 'P.G. Wodehouse. Will you please lend me something by him?' A book was sent and returned next day with a note, 'Will you please lend me another?' And so it went on. One must therefore ask what it is about Wodehouse, as opposed to any other writer, that allows the Dons to put on these airs.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?